He doesn't talk much about himself. He's quite busy, like a busy person. I would say that at some point in time, he got to know that he likes to carry girls, like, and he smokes, he drinks, and takes drug also. So I don't know deep about him. His character, he gets angry easily. He has issue with his wife. So, but his children is what is targeted as family man. He wasn't into happy married life or something. He was just more of catering for his kids. I can't remember some of his friends that I've met, but like remember their faces kind of really or their names. But I've met two people that I said friends something. I don't have 10 million in my bank account. So I have like 400 or 500 accounts. Michael gave me his laptop. He had two laptops, so I told him that I wanted laptop, so he gave me one, and that was what I sold to get the money. So it's a Mac Pro. I wasn't doing ushering when I was with him anymore. I was getting more from him than doing the ushering, so there was no need ushering. Ushering can be 15k, 20k. It gives me more than the ushering. The apartment where it was said it was leaking, so then they said I should book. They said it was free and I too was free, so like let's fancy. It was Sunday on the 13th June. I decided to check online about the shortlets because it said that I didn't want hotel. There will not be Netflix or like it will not be fun like being in the house or something. So that was when I decided to check for a shortlet. So I sent it to him and he said it was okay. Then he said I should go check the place out. So I checked it and it was okay. Then he made payment. He sent 105. That was for like 4 days. After I paid the money, so after like 1 hour, he came. When he came, then we went to get food. We went out to eat and also get drinks. And we're just indoor watching movie, drinking, smoking. He woke up before me, but I was still feeling sleepy and dizzy because of the smoke, drink, and the drug. So he asked what and what I need, like what we need. So I was like, we need to buy food and drug because the drug that we brought already finished. He sent the money to their account. Why the other one? He gave me the card because I was trying to make payments and it didn't go through. So he gave me the card. I didn't have access to his card, but I know the PIN code. Before I was leaving, he stood up to lock the door. But when I got in, I was knocking. As there was no answer, I opened the door, was already open, like it wasn't locked. And the duvet was on the floor, plus pillows. The couch was facing the door, and the bed was stained with blood already, and the floor where it was blood, and then music was on, the TV was on. The room was already disarranged, like someone broke in. Then I saw him on the floor. I didn't know what to do. I took my things with his thing and left. I was afraid. I didn't know if I have raised alarm, they would have arrested me for doing it because I and him were just the only people in the room. I just left. I was packing my things to leave. Then I noticed that my clothes was stained, so I changed it to another. I took the bag that contained his ID and documents, bank statements. My bag was already on the floor. I met my bag on the floor. And then the stuff it was with was on the TV set. That's where the stuff I took was on the TV set. So I just packed them and just put them into the nylon and left. I took his phone the following week. I was home, then I went out to withdraw some money from the ATM that I was with. I withdrew 200. Before that day, on Tuesday, he already told me that he's going to give me the money that I requested for. And when I came out, when I was arrested, and they were saying I made away with 5 million naira, there was no 5 million naira in the account. I just did it. It's not like I had something to do with his death. I never had anything to do with his death. The lady that I rented the apartment from, I had to message her that she should please probably send the security guy to check on him. That I haven't heard from him. That's what I said to her. And they came to my house and they arrested me, took me to station. I didn't involve anybody. I don't know who must have come into the apartment. Definitely somebody did that, but I don't know who that person is. I don't know what happened when I left to buy the food. I don't know. Because of the thing I did after not alerting police and then also withdrawing money, I feel guilty for what happened. I did not kill him. Knowing full well that I did not kill him, but my doings, taking his money and not reporting the police, I believe that somebody knew where we were and then waited till I left before they could enter. The pressure and people, when I was confronting security guy, and it was like, no, nobody entered into the apartment, that it was just me that entered into the apartment. And knowing full well of what I did, withdrawing his money, I just took the blame on myself that since no one believes, let me just take it. No one is influencing my statements. I've not spoken to anybody in my relation or anybody. I've just been in the self since.
Viewers may observe that the story the suspect recently told journalists during the parade about how she allegedly killed Mr. Usifo Ataga at the press briefing is at variance with the one she shared with crime fighters in our exclusive interview. Because of the contradicting statements made by the suspect, Chiddima Adora Ojukwu, crime fighters decided to speak further on this matter with the Commissioner of Police to clarify some areas of doubt as it concerns police investigation. This is what CP Akim Odumosun had to say.
That is the trait of an average criminal. She was here, we recorded all her. So at State ID, the night she was arrested, now we recorded all her. So even the lady that rented the place to her, now we recorded everything now. So we have that in, because if she's now saw, I think something as an afterthought, then if it's going to prove out. But anybody thinking that police, so maybe trying to give her a split or something, that person is saying it out of mischief. And it's highly discouraging. For us to have risked our life, to have carried out our professional callings now in getting her, instead of the action, what I've done now, being appreciated and being encouraged to get further. So maybe it's just a way of distracting police that well, it's okay when we castigate police. So then police will be discouraged. We'll not be to go on long. No, we'll never be. So we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are not leaving any lead unfollowed. Any lead that we get.
Crime fighters also sought to speak with the adopted father of the suspect, He was reluctant to make statements on camera. However, the deceased best friend also narrated in detail how he and other family members searched for the deceased before his body was found.
I spoke to him last on Monday at about 9 p.m. It was a public holiday. So on Tuesday, I was on my way to his house in Banana Island in Ikoyi. When I left my house, I started calling him. And Usifo is somebody that if he misses your call, he calls you back immediately. I was calling him before, from VGC to maybe Lekki Phase 1. I called maybe like 6-7 times. He did not pick his call. He did not call me back. Then this was about maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then at about between Lekki Phase 1 to Banana Gate, I called maybe like another 15 times because I would need a code to get into the estate. So when I got to the gate, he still was not picking, so I called somebody else to give me a code. So I entered the estate. When I got to his house, I didn't even enter from the gate because there's a transparent gate. I saw that the Hilux was in, his Toyota Hilux was in the front of the house, but the Range Rover was not there. So I called his PA, where is Usifo? He said that he came to Banana that morning. The cook told him Usifo went out, left the house on Sunday, and was not back at that Tuesday morning. So I said, okay, have you asked Rahman, one of his business partner, and have you asked Rahman? He said Rahman said the same thing, that he has been calling him. He has not picked up his phone till that time, but he sent a message. So I was like, okay. So I said, okay, maybe when he's ready, he will call me back. I now got to VGC. I now met Gambo and the partner, Rahman. I said, show me the messages. So they showed me. And I said, because one, he's not a message person. He's a talking person. The English they use here, if I won't use this kind of English to reply, something is wrong. I don't think this is Usifo. So we now decided that, okay, in the morning, the next day, we'll try and do a search.
Usifo is the third son in a family of 4. He has 2 elder brothers and a younger sister, and his siblings, they all live abroad. And Usifo grew up as a child who was raised by very good parents in a Christianly manner, and he's a guy who's always had business in his DNA. He's always liked to do business. But what I'll tell you about Usifo is that Usifo is very respectable. Usifo will never hurt a fly. Usifo loves people. Usifo goes beyond the immediate family to know his cousins, to know his uncles. I've had the very regrettable privilege of seeing that dead body 5 times. My cousin's hands were tied so badly that the rope entered his skin. The rope is right there as an exhibit with the police. That binding could not have been done by that lady alone. Not possible. Even if he was drugged, it is not possible, because I saw the lady and I saw my cousin. I said, this is not possible. Apart from the fact that he was tied, there were multiple stabs on his body. That is correct. Multiple. So that story of 2 stabs and neck is not true. He was stabbed in other places. His leg. In fact, in Yaba mortuary, the attendants were so dramatic that they told us clearly, the stabbing here was so bad that it's a hole. The guy stuck his 2 fingers into my cousin's body in my presence. I am serious. The Doppler vein, he was stabbed here deliberately. So whether he was just stabbed on the neck, no, he was stabbed on the Doppler vein twice. He was stabbed on his body multiply.